Joy here, the creator and founder of Josie Joy's Craft Nook, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about carpal tunnel. So carpal tunnel is a neurological disorder that affects the median nerve. The median nerve is the nerve that runs from your forearm all the way down to the palm of your hand. And what it does is it kind of gets pressed or squeezed. And so you may feel some numbness there, some pain there. It may get swollen. Your fingers may feel tingly. And in very severe cases, you won't be able to use your hands. So people who end up dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome are people who sit at a desk and work on computers all day, or people who maybe gamers might deal with it, crocheters and knitters deal with it. People who do repetitive motions for hours at a time will unfortunately have to deal with this. But there is some good news, and that is there are some exercises and things you can do to reduce your risk of carpal tunnel syndrome. But first, I'm going to tell you a story. So years and years ago, when I first learned how to crochet, I was so excited, right? And about a year or two after I learned how to crochet, I decided I wanted to crochet my entire family Christmas presents, right? Well, I crocheted nonstop for about 3 or 4 months. The only break I would give myself was if I had to work, or I was at church, or I had a family function or something. But other than that, if I was at home, I was crocheting. And I would crochet for 4, 5, 6 hours at a time with no break. Well, that completely destroyed my wrist and my hands. It got to a point that by the time Christmas rolled around, if I would crochet for more than an hour or two, and I would reach out my hands suddenly, the median nerve would be so constricted and so tight that if I would even stretch out my hands suddenly, I would feel an electric shock go through my arm. And I was worried that I just ruined, a passion that I loved, my ability to crochet. Not only that, but I had just started going to school to be a sign language interpreter, which sign language interpreters also use their hands. So I was really worried I had just ruined my wrists. So today I'm going to teach you some basic exercises you can do and basic techniques you can do to reduce your risk of carpal tunnel syndrome. Some of this stuff I also learned in my program, because sign language interpreters also have this problem because they're using their hands. As you may have noticed in some of my past videos, when I count, I don't count like, most people where they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that I count, I know sign language, and so I count in sign language. And that's where I got it from. And so a lot of this stuff I actually learned from my program. And so I am going to teach you some techniques I learned and some exercises. So let's get started. So the first things first is I would take a break every hour. Sometimes this is hard because you're in the mood, you're crocheting, you're having a blast, you don't want to stop because you're creating something amazing, right? But you sometimes have to stop. You have to make yourself stop what you're doing, set it aside, go and take a potty break, go and get a drink, go and stretch, and do it at least every hour, and just take 10 to 15 minutes to just rest your hands, okay? Your body isn't a machine. It's not. It will break down. It gets tired, and you have to take that time to take care of yourself, okay? So that is the first advice, is set a timer on your phone for an hour, and then when that timer goes off, no matter what you're doing, no matter how badly you want to continue, just take a 10 to 15 minute break. Okay, now I'm going to teach you the exercises. So these are just very simple exercises that you can do in your home. And you probably even know most of them, to be honest. So you can stretch, this is a good one, just stretch from side to side. We sit for long periods of time, so you can stretch from side to side. Another one I like to do is the wrist roll, right? That helps your wrists. I also like to take my hand and bend it backwards like that. You can do that a few times. You can stretch your hands out to the side. Another one I like to do is if you have a flat surface, like a table or something, just press it right like that, and just press it. Another one I like to do is what I call prayer hands. So you put your hands together like this and just press as hard as you can. Prayer hands. You can stretch to your toes. You can stretch up to the sky. You can just anything to stretch your arms out. Sometimes I like to rub my median nerve right there and rub it all the way down. Just rub it. And that's pretty much all you need to do. Sometimes I like to just massage my fingers. And that's pretty much it. So, I hope you liked what I had for you today. I will link an article more about carpal tunnel in the description. And I hope I see you back in the next video. Bye-bye.